I got a studio and I'm gonna take you guys to it. We'll talk all about it. Well, this is it, my studio. You can see I've got multiple different spots to sit and film, multiple different chalkboards and spots to put my crafting supplies, but this is it. Nothing is complete, but I want to take this logo right here and put it up on this wall. Gonna take some time. Need to borrow the church's projector. But for the most part, I was here late last night, putting my books on the shelves, trying to organize them, and we picked up this old antique furniture yesterday. Oh. I feel very privileged and very blessed. This came about out of necessity. I know this isn't capable for everybody, and this isn't something that all, especially Christian YouTubers, do, but I needed to make a balance. I've mentioned in many of my videos. As a full-time seminary student, a pastor's wife, and a mom to 2 toddlers, my life is really busy. We've got Bible study tonight at our house and homework and papers to write. It's gonna be a busy day. I studied the Bible for 20 hours straight for years, months, weeks on end. Back in 2020, when I started seminary, I lived off of 4 hours of sleep, like on a good night. I would wake up, do my quiet time with the Lord, start schoolwork. I mean, it was constantly one Bible study to another because I'm a pastor's wife, I'm a Christian YouTuber, I'm a seminary student. It's all Bible study all day long. And this led to serious anxiety. I was constantly needing to do more, be more, show up, always behind. I had another YouTube video to film, or time to spend with my little boys, or a Bible study to host at my house, or a Bible study to plan for church. This was born out of necessity. This was something that I needed to make a healthier balance between work and home life. Y'all know I just finished up my seminary degree, but I will be auditing more classes and actually taking more classes in the future. And then on top of it, I'm a pastor's wife. I'm a mom to 2 toddlers. My life isn't something that was very compartmentalized. It was something where like I wake up and from sun up to sundown, I am a full-time YouTuber, I'm a full-time mommy, I'm a full-time student, and they're all meshed together. Sometimes I'd be doing YouTube and school at the same time, you know, like planning a video while I'm listening to a lecture. Sometimes I would be folding laundry and watching the boys while watching a lecture, you know, being a mom, a housekeeper, and a student. So this is an attempt to make better distinctions between all my different realms in life, to make a healthier balance, because I don't know about you guys, but if you have a home office, you might know that if you like your job, it's really hard to leave your job behind when you're supposed to be sitting there watching a movie, family movie night. All you're doing is thinking about your office work, and you have a book that you're only halfway through that you want to keep reading. And I couldn't relax because I was in the very place that my office was. Not that this is hard work, but this kind of work, any kind of ministry work for my personality, never feels like it's done, because I can be a perfectionist. I don't show you guys this often because it's not fun to film, but I read more than I film by like 10 times. I study and I study and I study and I study. And so studying the Bible is something that I'm never going to completely accomplish. And when I'm doing series or courses, like we're about to publish our course on Galatians, it might already be out by the time you see this, you know, you never feel like you're done. You eventually just have to say, okay, I've been faithful to the topic, it's time to film. But you never feel like you've mastered the book of Galatians, because there's always more that you can study. There's always more rabbit trails you could have gone down, or more opinions you could have read on certain topics. That was like impossible. It felt like I constantly had this big mountain to climb in my house. Day one, after moving my stuff over here, and I just got a little bit of work done in between trying to set this place up, I went home and I immediately felt, for the first time ever, that relief of like, I am home that's left behind. I can focus on, kids and laundry and my husband, and I'm not still kind of thinking about what I was reading and how I want to get back to reading or whatever. And so this has already been a blessing, but I pray that it continues to be a blessing. We also have a very small town, and I want it to be a financial blessing with the business expenses that come along with this channel. And so I'm a big believer in when you're doing ministry work, if you're not blessing your immediate surroundings, then that should be a red flag. Like if a church is existing at the cost of its town, or it's being unfair, paying its taxes or something like that, it's usually a red flag. I have a really big heart for being a blessing where I'm at. And so I came out with my channel. It's been kind of like a private thing for a lot of years because I didn't want it to conflict with my husband's ministry. I finally announced that I have a YouTube channel on my Instagram, and that was really weird because I'm a pretty big believer that I don't know, everybody these days is always saying, I'm starting a company, or I'm doing this, or I'm gonna do that, and they're always announcing, but there's very little follow through. And I don't want to ask for people to watch my videos, especially these type of videos, because the right people are gonna find them, and it can easily come off as I am better than you if I'm making Bible study videos. It can easily come off as holier than thou or Bible thumpery, and that's never how I want to come off. So I never announced that I was doing YouTube, and it came casually, and it was something that I felt convicted to do, and so it was I just kind of snowballed from there. And so here I am now. I've told people in my immediate private life that I have a YouTube channel and that this is what I do all day long. Now I'm able to support my town and rent out a spot, and hopefully it's a blessing to the community to have somebody in this it's a spot for a shop, but obviously I'm gonna lock my doors and be awkwardly filming when people look through the windows. So anyway, you guys might hear train noise every so often, or cars or mufflers, but this is gonna be my way of kind of compartmentalizing work and private life. And then also with this new transition of not really being a traditional student anymore, I think it's gonna be a blessing. I have somebody at the door, so I'm gonna go take care of that. Bye guys. Psych! That was just Joe picking up boxes. I have a bunch of Amazon boxes that were piling up back here in the storage area. But let me show you guys around. It's 4 different sets. Well, I have a big U desk of sorts. It's 2 L desks that I put together to make a U. I don't know. And I have these echo absorbing hexagons that I'm gonna eventually, hopefully in the next week or 2, trace and paint my Bible nerd logo on. That's on all of my merch. So that will be fun. Keep your eyes peeled for that being finished. We've got another little spot for filming here with my little chalkboard like a nerd. It's mainly a reading spot for my bookshelves. I honestly probably already need to get more bookshelves that I'll put over here. Y'all have seen book tours and library tours before. Got another chalkboard, another little just spot to stand and film, mix it up. Y'all know I like to move around a lot. And then right here, this beauty and my little dorky cross. So that's what's going on here. I'm excited to film more videos here. I think we have a few Galatians ones filmed here that we filmed while we were setting it up. It's been kind of rough trying to do YouTube while not having a spot to film. We were tearing down my home studio office place and setting up this one. So that was more of a war room, and this is less of that and more of just a space to go and work. So I am losing a war room of sorts, but it had kind of not. I had spent more time in it working than just praying or Bible studying, because my work is Bible studying. I don't know, there's that fine line for people in ministry. If you're a pastor, I'd love to hear your tips on making that fine line, because that's still something I need to figure out. Do I want to spend my quiet time at the house because all of my resources are here? I don't know. I'll figure that out. So I don't know how you guys feel about this vloggy style. I'm not even filming on my normal camera, just on my phone. But I wanted to give you guys kind of an introduction to my studio and to what's going on before I just post videos on here in a new spot with new stuff. And I don't know. It's always weird. It's been God though, all throughout the process. Just to give you guys context, I'd been talking to the landlord of this shop for months. I'm trying to remember when we first started talking. Maybe February? I can't remember exactly. And it was one of those things that kept getting pushed back and put on the back burner. And then finally, boom, 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 I'm signed. I've got this spot. I can move in. All the stuff arrives for it. And God just opened the door, boom, boom, boom. And we had family coming in town and graduation. And it just was kind of perfect timing for this new season of life. And so I felt like God was in it all throughout. But I don't know. I'm excited for what God has in store. Now, I know I didn't do a tour around my library, and my library is always growing. But if you guys want to see just resource recommendations for your Bible study or for going deeper in your Bible studies, check out this playlist here, and I will see you guys in this playlist. Bye, guys.